the price of Bitcoin moving to the downside, we need to hold these crucial levels of support if we do not want to come back down below $49,000. Now, we'll be explaining in detail the levels of support, the resistance levels, the bullish case scenario, and the bearish case scenario. Now, we know why we retraced from the $62,000 range just a few days ago. We were filling the CME futures gap. We were hitting the 618 Fibonacci retracement from the entire drop of last week. We were also hitting the center part of this descending channel from the last few months that has been providing support and resistance, as you can see. So we knew that this level was big resistance. Now the question is, what are the next scenarios? What are the levels that are we going to take into consideration now in the next coming days to see that possible move to the downside or to the upside, getting a huge major bounce? Make sure to stay tuned, guys, because we'll be going through the pure technical analysis on the lower time frames so we can understand what are the next scenarios here for Bitcoin during today. Now, if you are interested in trading, guys, one of the best trading platforms out there with no KYC is Bluffing. Remember that you do have the best deal down below in the description, guys, when you sign up with my link. Now, let's dive in through the pure technical analysis. This ain't looking too great. Let's start off here with a little bit of basic Elliott wave theory scenarios. Now, when we do zoom in, this doesn't look too great if we are going to start losing the $57,500 range. Why? Because if we are looking for an impulsive move to the upside, we want to see the wave 1, 2, 3, and the fourth wave not overlapping the first wave. Now, we'll be going in detail here because if we start overlapping this will very much look like an ABC three-wave structure in a corrective move, and this will not be looking good for the price of Bitcoin. So what are the scenarios? What is the higher time frame bearish case scenario? Well, we do have a WXY here that could be very much possible that we are going to hit one more time below $49,000. Now, WXY structures are formed by three-wave structures. You got three waves right over here, you got three waves right over here, and now potentially we are forming the last third wave down. That is if we are going to start losing $57,000, $56,000 with a huge amount of power, okay? That is very much a possibility, guys. So we'll be analyzing the bullish case scenario. For the moment, it does look like that bears are in control since last week. This could be just that dead cat bounce forming an ABC corrective structure, and we are coming to the downside. However, there is hope for the bulls, guys. There will be hope for the bulls, and I'm going to explain in detail those levels of support, of course, that needs to hold. As we are speaking, we are already getting that movement here to the downside. Now, the levels, most importantly, of support, for me, it is pretty simple. It is this range where we're just about to hit as we are creating this video. We do not want to drop much lower than this level, because this is where we do have some pretty interesting confluence. Also, when we take a look at Elliott wave theory, this should be the high right there, and we should not be overlapping the first wave. We should be holding this level, which is just slightly above the 618 Fibonacci retracement. We are already hitting the 618 Fibonacci from this wave 2, potentially of this wave 3, and we are hitting that level right now. This is the zone that needs to hold. We are not overlapping the first wave, because this right over here was very likely an ABC flat, because we've only seen one wave down here and the price moving to the upside, and the only conclusion that we do have on this scenario is an ABC flat right over here. So the top of the first wave is this one right there, where we do see the $57,170 area, okay? Slightly below that level. That should be the level that we should not be overlapping successfully. Now, when we do take a look at high confluence level, do we have any naked point of controls at this zone. And yes, we do have a naked point of control, which is basically from Thursday, the 8th of August, when we get the fixed volume profile from this range. We do see that high volume node that is almost sitting where we do have the wave 1. If we are speculating on this to be a wave 4, we do not want any overlap. At the moment we start losing this level with high volume, I am going to be very concerned about the bullish case scenario. We're likely going to come down to hit these lows from high lows of last Wednesday and Thursday, and even coming down to the lows here at $49,000 range. So very important for the bulls to maintain this area if we want to see this as an ABC corrective structure inside of the fourth wave to get that next leg here to the upside to claim those highs from last Friday. If we start losing this level, it ain't going to be looking too great, okay? So crucial zone that should be holding in the next coming hours is this area right over here. It's going to be interesting to see the price action if we start consolidating at this level. Without a doubt, I will be speculating that we are going to get a huge major bounce. We're seeing proof of support, and the bullish case scenario is very much a possibility. Still a little bit too soon. We're just dropping down here, getting a little bit of a consolidation as we speaking. We're just moving to the downside, already getting a little bit of buying pressure after that movement down. So the more we consolidate here in this range in the next coming hours, the more confident I am going to be that this is going to be a low and we're going to start recovering, because I will be seeing that proof of support. If we just continue dropping down now in the next coming hours, it's not going to be looking great, guys. I will be looking at this as an ABC corrective structure. I will be seeing this as impulsive moves to the downside, expecting here another low in the next coming days. Of course, 5 waves move down here. I'm not sure if we will reach the lows. However, I would be expecting a nice bounce in a 3-wave structure, but then overall a breakdown to finally come and hit those lows from last Monday, sitting at $49,300 range. So overall, that is basically the zone that needs to hold. If we lose this level, we have a high probability that continuation to the downside is likely. And if we do hold this range, we have a high chance in hitting the highs. Now, guys, remember, if you are interested in day trading and scalping, you have the Legends trading community where we have the coaches and myself providing different setups. This long trade that was also mentioned on last live stream, okay? We did talk about this 59,700, 800 range to maintain. We were forming bullish CVD divergence, and we had Coach 𝗕𝗏𝗏 saying that this was a good long stop loss beneath the low. We did manage to recover during the last couple of days. During the weekend, $61,500 was hit very, very nicely. Did manage to jump into that long position, as you can see right over here. And we also have Aiden talking about the short trade from $61,500 that is playing out very, very nicely. This is basically this movement that we did see during the weekend. So we were spotting the long trade all the way up to 69,500, and also the short trade right over here in the Legends trading community, guys. We go in detail looking at bullish case scenarios and bearish case scenarios. All right, we are scalpers. We look for longs and shorts, especially when we are in a very nice range. That is basically it for Bitcoin, guys. On the higher time frame, there's not much more to be explained in this episode. We're getting a nice little reaction already from this level, so there could be a possibility that the bulls want to start recovering in the next coming hours. Let's see how this range does behave, and we'll be looking for some scalping opportunities in the trading community. However, we'll be also doing a live stream later on today where we'll be taking a look at some day trading and scalping scenarios, just like we did on Friday here, guys, looking for that bounce to sweep up the lower highs from Friday. That played out very, very nicely. And make sure to subscribe. We'll be doing a live stream looking for those scenarios in the next coming hours. Thank you, legends, and I'll see you in the next one.